Hello guys, welcome to another Keys Rig tour. And I think you guys have seen I have a couple of new upgrades. So in this video, I'm gonna show you my new upgrades, what they sound like, why do I have it. So with that being said, let's get it. Starting off, we have Nor Stage 3, the same one from the last video. I love it. Shout out to Nor. I love this keyboard. It's just my main keyboard. I have all my keyboard sounds here. I have all my presets. So I use this the majority of the time to play piano, leads, and control all my Sunday keys and my other controllers and things that you guys will see later. In the previous video, I have my laptop on a laptop stand, but I have changed that for a Hammond B3. So guess what? We're gonna get this later in the video. Stay tuned. Here we have the Sunday Keys app, and a new feature that I love is that now you can play with audio units outside of the plugin, meaning Atmosphere, Labs, whatever you use, you can use it now. You can run it there. So I've been using a lot of Atmosphere. I'm a big Atmosphere guy, Labs, but I also integrate some arpeggiator, pads, and things like that. I love the drone. I just love the drone. This computer, I control it with this controller. I have my own labels there because I also use it for different things. I have Sunday Keys like Ableton, but it's perfect. It works perfect. I have all my sounds control there, all my drone pads wherever I need it. Having this together and the Nor controlling this, it's just butter. Moving up here, we have the Roland JUNO-X, and this is my new baby. I love it. This keyboard is like, for me, one of the best keyboards ever invented because it has the combination of a lot of the Juno 106, Juno 60, Jupiter 80. All the sounds are in here, and you know, it's so many cool features that you can have now with this keyboard. So I love every single second of it. I use a lot of my leads, pads, strings. I mean, you can use it for everything. Piano, anything that you want. So I've been loving this keyboard a ton. And with this keyboard, shout out to Strymon, I have the Big Sky to run a little bit extra verb and create more texture to the keyboard. So I've been loving also having this combination of both, just like butter again. So moving up here, we have the Moog, whatever you want to call it, 37. I mean, I love this. I've been using it for a lot of lead. Prior, I have it closer to my keyboard. Now I have it closer to the Hammond. That way, when I play the organ and I have to do any kind of lead sounds, I don't have to open too much, but I'm just focusing in the organ. But also, like if I have to throw some lead lines or do solo or do like whatever, I'm just able to do that from there. And with that, from the Moog Sub 37, I send a signal directly to this pedal board that I usually run a lot of the delay, the verb, some effects sometimes. And so I control that, and from there that goes to front of house. So it's just a great addition to be able to add effects that the Moog doesn't have. But this is something that it was in the last video. You guys saw it, but I'm still loving it. Now this is a cool feature that I have implemented to my rig. And let me explain to you about it. So this new rig I implemented is to be able, from the Nor, to be able to send MIDI signal to this MIDI iConnectivity box that comes a MIDI signal from the Nor, and I send this signal to my laptop, to the interface to the front of house. And the reason why I have implemented this is to be able for two things. One, I'm able to utilize the Nor sounds from the keyboard, but also use the external section on the Nor to be able to control this whenever I wanted to control it. But also when I'm doing live recordings, for Hope Worship, I'm able to track MIDI. So if later, after the recording, I wanna use any VSTs, I don't have to go back and say, I'm gonna replay that same part. I already have the MIDI, I just throw a VST on it, and then it's ready to go. Also, I have upgraded my interface to a Volt 476. I love this interface just because it just has some preamps if I wanna use the inputs, but it's just something that I'm able to control more. My in and outs are in front of me, so if something weird happens, I can just mute it and just, mute it, and I've been loving it. So that's a new upgrade on my rig. Also, this interface is coming from my laptop, so I have it from my laptop here and here to front of house. This is my in-ear box, so I have my mix here, so I'm wiring in, and then this is what I'm able to control my volumes just when I'm playing. So it's very convenient. Just throw my left hand down here and just be able to adjust my volume as I go. Shout out to JH Audio for making the best in-ears in the world. I use the 13 B2s, been loving it every single second of it. If you're looking for IAMs, JH Audio. Also, shout out to Groove Gear. This is my latest endorsement. I've been loving this bag. For me as a keyboard player, I have to have a lot of space, and this is just so convenient. It has so many spaces. My laptop, everything fits here. So if you're looking for a bag, you're like, I want a bag that have a lot of space, that is strong, and it can last for a long time, Groove Gear. So right here we have the computer tracks. This is how I run my tracks. This is something I have implemented in the last few months. This is something new that you guys, if you saw the first video, which we'll have the link in the description, I have upgraded. So we have the tracks computer and we're running Ableton on it. And then I have this arcade controller. So with this, I have all my songs organized 1 through 8. And then I also have my tracks volume. So I have percussion, sub bass, EGs, keys, strings, lead, click, guide, and master. Basically my panic mode. And then I have my start stop, and then I have a tap tempo for click. So right now on the Nord, I have my felt upright. I have 2 different presets. It's a soft one and then a big one, maybe like a louder one. And then as you guys can hear, I have my drum pad, and everything is coming from the Sunday Keys app with Atmosphere, Labs, and also some sounds from Sunday Keys. So this is what it sounds like. Now I'm gonna go to my louder preset, which I usually use for like bigger part of the sounds, and I already have preset here on my Nord. You guys can hear the difference, how this one comes up brighter. Here comes the quieter. So right now, these sounds, I will have like a combination of like a Labs, like a Spitfire violin, some pads. You guys can still hear the drum pad, but this is what it sounds like. It's a beautiful violin floating in the bag, and I love that too, like very breakdown moments, spontaneous moments of worship. Something cool that I like to use, so I wanted to show you guys. One preset that I have for let everything that has breath, and this that cool intro line. So this is what it sounds like in the key of C. Then also on my Juno, I'm running my Big Sky, and I usually, when I'm gonna play like brasses and things that are gonna move quicker, then I use my shorter preset that I have for reverb. So this is the difference between playing brasses with a big verb that I use more for leads and synths and pads. This is what it sounds like. So you can see it gets a little bit muddy, but being able to switch my preset and have everything in front of me. So like now it's like shorter, but you can still have like that little bit of texture to it. And then Juno has its own verb too, but I have adding and just in front of me to be able to switch quicker to things. So here we have the Hammond V3. I'll tell you guys we'll get to it. So this is a beautiful story how we got this. Actually, this started as a joke. So I was playing on a weekend, I was playing the organ from the Nord, and it was a conversation, so people were like, but it was so funny, we actually have a real V3. And so that's kind of like how the joke started. That became a reality. Somebody posted this on Facebook, it was on sale. And then we had to get some work done, so we got it. Worked for like a few months, getting just the pieces, renewing everything, and then working on the Leslie, which is upstairs, and we finally got it up and running. And man, I love it. I love to play it, but I also love when to play it. I don't play it every weekend. I play it depending on the context of the song and if it's needed. But every time a song needs a Hammond, I'm on it. And being able to play this, having a real one in front of you, it sounds different, hits different, and it's exciting. The whole church loves it. Just a very unique sound. Yeah, it's a gift from God to this church, so it's exciting to have it, taking care of it, and firing it up and just playing every weekend. It's just something that I love. And so, with the Hammond, you gotta have a Leslie. But the Leslie is currently upstairs. We're building an ISO cabinet, but we can go and check that out and show you guys how we have it mic'd up and how we have things running upstairs. So here we go. So we have the Leslie up here in the room. We had it mic'd up, 2 mics, and then bottom mic. So this is what it sounds like.